Noosa.
Okay. Thank you, Deputy Speaker. It was educational once again to attend all sitting days, and I thank the Portfolios committees, including my own, for allowing this and the 22 questions that accompanied me. Overall, it was pleasing to see improved behaviour, an increase in relevant questions, as well more consistent rulings from last year. However, there is still much room for improvement. Replication of questions and answers tested the boundaries as to what should or should not be allowed, in fairness to the process and its allotted timeframes. This type of strategy and tactics may grab headlines, however does little to impress Queenslanders or improve respect for the system or us as politicians. The estimates process itself is being questioned by constituents as to its effectiveness and ability to deliver the required outcomes in a cost-effective manner. There are a number of reasons for this, including the time spent by all departments, in essence a whole month prior, in preparation for questions that may be asked. This creates a backlog of issues from electoral officers, leading to increased frustration for constituents. There is also a lack of capacity within the allocated time provisions to obtain succinct responses due to, at times, lengthy responses from ministers that do not answer the question nor allow time for further questioning or clarification. At the conclusion of the estimates process, our office proceeded to write 20 letters to ministers on 30 different issues to cover questions that required clarification. Suggestions offered for improvement have included that all questions should be on notice, with responses provided prior to the sitting day, which would allow hearings to be used for questions without notice to get clarification to those responses. This would save time and money, as all departmental resources would be spent in obtaining the relevant information necessary instead of preparing for questions that are never asked. As well, limiting ministerial response times and hosting 2 hearings at once will compact the current 2 weeks into one, making it resource sensible for all. Having written to the Premier after last estimates on this, and in the process of doing so again, it is relevant to include these concerns in my statement of reservation within the Innovation, Tourism, Development and Environment Portfolio Report 18 and in this estimates reply speech. Yes, it is essential to have a process that holds government to account. However, if that process could be more efficient, economical and delivers the same, if not better outcomes, it should be explored. Within my own committee hearings, questions on behalf of my electorate targeted a common thread in service delivery statements of whole-of-government approaches and interdepartmental collaboration, which are often frustratingly absent. These included within tourism development the ongoing short-term let's conflicts, rebranding of our key pillar industries into career options and resources to accommodate the impacts from increases in tourism numbers. Funding was key within the environmental sector, including to purchase vulnerable sites, to strengthen reef health and increase the percentage of protected lands as part of the 2017-21 target of 17%, which seems to have disappeared from subsequent strategies. As well, commitments to not-for-profits that work within this realm and the role of the Mining Rehabilitation Commissioner was also asked. Regarding innovation, it was pleasing that, following on from last year's question on funding for social innovation, we have seen the Social Enterprise Group initiative with our very own lovely Terry Waller from SevGen involved. There is also consideration from the department to review the criteria with Advanced Queensland funding to accommodate projects that are of greatest concerns to our communities, including affordable accommodations. The funding of innovation in thought is as important, if not more so, than funding the widgets and the projects themselves. Even though I did not receive definitive clarity on all of my questions, I appreciate that many of these works are in progress, and I look forward to updates on these, as well clarifications from the letters written. In closing, I thank my fellow committee, Chair and Secretariat, Ministers Jones and Enoch and their departments. It is a hard task to address all of our community's needs and their MPs' at times difficult questions. However, it is important that committees, ministers and departmental staff, as well MPs, look at the estimates process and ask objectively whether it is serving its purpose to the expectations of them and their communities, and if not, how it can be improved. Thank you.
I thank the member and I call the Minister